today for the increase in cost without knowing what are we talking about here on moving the needle? And maybe do a 5-year contract, see how much we get just by going from to the carts, which I think is environmentally more friendly, which is the goal here. All of us are on the same page here. And then reassessing and in that interim doing that research that we really need to say, what is the best program? I mean, because it might be something it might be reducing or paying people to come and bring their Amazon cardboard to DPW site. I mean, there would be, I just want to know and feel confident that if we could give the residents $100,000, you know, and to do something, incentivize them in that way, maybe that would make more of a difference than spending it on weekly service. So I just don't feel confident that I know how the impact or even a roundabout assumption of what that 100,000 would get us.
And we could
And we can explore that.
encourage people to shop local and decrease their cardboard consumption.
Well, there are different ways, right?
Right.
And I want to move the needle.
Trustee
So,
Sanchez.
this is a great discussion, and it's one that the Conservation Committee has been having for the last 10 years since we reinstated it. And I'm very happy to see that we are at least getting the bins. I agree with Trustee Zodek, though. I don't think that's enough. It's bi-weekly.
Really sorry.
Well, how about this? I don't know that it's enough, but I don't want to miss the opportunity either to really change a lot of behavior and to allow people the opportunity to recycle more. With the changes in consumption behavior, as mentioned before, with a lot of the online shopping, I don't know how you guys are, but our household has increased in, we generate more waste in recycling than we do in other ways. And then we have pilot programs now going on with compost and everything else. So we are moving forward in a very progressive fashion, and coupling, or I guess combining all of these behaviors or programs. Would be ideal. However, we do have to make a decision, and $100,000 is, you know, a pretty big price tag. It doesn't, that $100,000 does not take into account, though, or it could be less, as mentioned before, with the tipping fees and everything else. And we could generate more recycling and also benefit financially in that regard. So I think I'm going to have to go with trustees over on this one. It's a risk I would be willing to take for the amount of money that this would be benefit.
Can we have multiple cards if people have, does this contract allow us, like waste, to have 2 cards?
We don't specifically address that, but it would be structured on a unit. So we would pay for the number of carts that are collected.
Oh, we pay per card?
Well,
Recycle?
with the assumption that each household has a cart, we would have to do, you know, some sort of an audit to make sure.
So if people needed more recycling,
Yeah.
we could just add cards.
Yeah, we're not-
There are people that,
we
you
can
could,
subsidize
we could
cards.
say, we're gonna allot money for more cards.
And
Or
it's
give them to
still
you free,
Yeah.
or take our 100,000 and give
Yeah, I
them
don't
to
know
them.
how many
Are
cards
these
you
carts
buy.
free?
And they're still, well, that's the interesting part. Once we move to carts, then we will provide carts, even though many of us have purchased carts in the past.
So you'll have.
Exactly.
Is that our donation for free?
Exactly. I don't have big, but I
Thank you very much.
So, right, we could subsidize, and it would still be, no matter what we do to encourage people to have 2 carts if they need it, or make that available, it's still much less expensive than committing to weekly services at this time for the next 5 years. And going through the budget for the past, 3 years, and then 4 years, 1 year as a chair, we have a really lean budget already, so I mean, to come up with that from operating, I can only imagine where it would come from, and I'm not comfortable treating it like that.
3 weeks ago, there was a film that the Conservation Committee sponsored, Racing to Zero. It talked about San Francisco's solid waste program. And they got to zero by doing it, by making the decision, not waiting for the data to say it makes sense, but by taking a bold step and saying, this is what we are going to do, and we are going to do it. And we are going to force the behavioral change. And it did make economic sense. It doesn't make it, it'll never make economic sense.
How do they do it?
They invested a tremendous amount of money in sorting, in auditing, in going and giving people citations for being naughty garbage people. All manner, very robust program. I'm not suggesting that, I'm only saying that.
We'll have block captains.
We
We'll check your garbage.
we can find lots and lots of data, and I'm afraid, no, I'm not afraid. If we wait for it to make financial sense, I don't think we're ever gonna get there. We've gotta do it. This is, it hurts me to, no, it doesn't hurt. It hurts me. It makes me proud to say, you know, gosh, this is gonna sting, but it's,
I think it's a fine trade-off. I want to make it clear that I would spend $100,000 to move the needle. But my only concern at the moment is, what's the best way to spend that $100,000 to move the needle the furthest? So I get your
Yeah.
point of jumping in. We are fiscally tight, and I have read articles nationwide that by just providing a bigger, more service, you don't move the needle very far. So until I hear about a few other programs that we could take the same dollars, I'm willing to put that $100,000 in every year. I'm with you. I just want some data. It doesn't have to be all the data in the world, just a little bit.
just one more question. So, Leanne, how many more kicks at this cat do we have? By that I mean, timing. Thank you.
Our current extension, or the extension we have on our previous current contract expires June 30th.
I mean, I think the things that Trustee Rozak is talking about would require removing garbage from the property tax and charging it, which is, yeah, but I mean, or the recycling, I mean, and which has always been where we've gotten to a little, that would be too complicated to talk about, and so maybe that, I think if we're going to look at more ways to incentivize people financially, it's going to have to involve removing it from the property tax and having some kind of separate charge, which may be something we should look at when we talk about our budget next year, our long-range financial plan.
That brings into question the ability with, the restraints we have from the state on doing that kind of stuff too.
Leanne, is there any, did you have any sense of whether mid-term of the contract we could increase from bi-weekly to weekly? If we went with weekly.
Paperwork?
Yeah, they take their money.
We discussed that in committee, and based on my understanding of Waste Management's current operating structure, I don't see that as a real possibility, but I'm not going to speak for Waste Management.
Except they didn't want to quote on weekly though.
They did not offer a quote on weekly.
Well, they did.
But they did. The second time around they did, the first time they did not. But
this-
it was,
It was like
it was not a
$100,000
competitive
more
offer.
than
Yeah.
John's
Oh,
quote.
so it was 2 months. Okay, that's good.
But then they
I mean,
gave me,
I mean, they clearly didn't, like you said, I think that they had a significant investment to make it. They want to provide that service to the village, and it was going to be pretty costly.
and they give us 80% back, right, to provide that service where John's doesn't give us anything. So if we went to weekly, they would charge us more, but we would get a bigger rebate.
Yeah, but we make 20% back on our investment on rebate, so, I mean, that's true.
Okay.
But it's
There's
still,
somebody in the back that is.
I just wanted to say before, we can take public comments anytime, but Mr. Johns, or John, Mr., you have a long last name, right? I just wanted to hear from that.
And Waste Management's here.
Oh, and wait, so I just wanted to hear from that, make sure that we allow them to do that before we conclude.
Yeah, we'll start back there with you.
I'm with Waste Management. Can I come on?
Because I know, Ms. Polly,
So I just wanted to say, if you take it off the tax rolls, people aren't gonna be happy about that either, because they can take this garbage off of their taxes if you know, if you
That's why
start
we've
charging.
always had
So
it
that's,
in
I'm
one
just
spot.
bringing that up.
And that's why other people's taxes look lower, but they're really not, because they spread it all around, but ours is all in your tax bill. So that would be a big deviation from what we've historically done.
Good evening.
He
My
had his
name's-
hand up for a long time.
Oh, I definitely.
That's okay, that's okay. I like the conversation, the discussion. Oh, it was good. My name's Tony Knapp. I'm the public sector representative with Waste Management. Just wanted to, my style is just to lay the facts out, what the truths are, so you guys can make the most educated decision and be the responsible unit. We have several municipalities who have gone from every other week recycling to weekly. The result is very minimal. You are going from bins, some people have carts, but most people have bins. So you're going from an 18-gallon bin to a 65, 95-gallon cart. That's a huge jump, that's a lot of room. Municipalities that have gone from the manual collection, which is the bins, to the automated, which is the carts, sees an increase anywhere, depending on how good they are, of 25 to 40% increase just going to carts. That's your big jump. Going from every other week to weekly, there's not much. We actually had a municipality a couple years back that did that exact same thing. They had a couple residents who wanted it more often. They did a good job, and that was fine. They changed it. From every other week to weekly, paid more, and 2 years later, they went right back.
What community was that?
Village of Brownsville.
And I think that's exactly what I wanted, is to just have a little bit of research asking those providers, because I mean, you may have a different opinion too, you know, the other contractors.
I'm just basing this off of municipalities we have experience with. In those cases, and there are families out there are very large, 6, 7, 8 within a family, give them an extra card. Give them an extra card and everything's fine. You're gonna have those people who do a great job of recycling, and they're gonna want an extra card, they're gonna want it more often. So you give them the extra card. You still do it every other week, but now they have 2. What happens when you go weekly and you have the 1 or 2 person family, they don't cut it out, they don't fill up a cart anyways every other week. So now they're paying for weekly service, they're gonna get irritated because they don't use it that often. And I'm paying for somebody else who's using it more often. We all get that, I understand. But more often than not, the other week with a cart, that's your huge jump, that's your big jump, and that's the direction most municipalities go. So just wanted to kind of lend those facts, figures to you guys so you can make a good decision.
I think we've got to be very careful when we talk about comparables, because I would imagine that Shorewood, Brownsville is not comparable in terms of our community's interest. The second thing is that incremental change that he talks about is from going to weekly with a cart to, from bi-weekly to a cart to weekly with a cart. There's incremental. We're talking about going from bins to a cart. So we are going to see a bigger change immediately. So, the conservative estimate that staff has here was a savings of $12,000. That's a conservative, so it's not $100,000, it's $88,000. That's conservative that we get, so. Sorry.
Okay, I'll just reply. I'm Brian Nugget, John's disposal, thank you. I actually tend to agree with Tony. The big jump is definitely going to carts. And the last time we had a community, it was up in Johnson Creek, they went from, where they had every other week and they went to weekly. And I don't have the exact numbers, but I would say it's not a huge amount. No, like the only thing that, the difference in our proposal is only 50 cents a month more. So it'll only be $6 a year, but then I don't know where it must have to do with the other hauling contracts and all of that. Because typically, for us, it's less, it's about $1 a month or less. And in your case, it was only 50 cents, so $6 a year. The difference in our 2 bids, so, but.
It's factoring the hauling in.
It's factoring the hauling and everything else, so.
So what you're telling us is that 12,000, from what I'm hearing, is that $12,000 bill would actually be higher. 12,000 that staff estimated volume of solid waste that was sent to the landfill would actually be greater than
Well, you're gonna save it just by going to carts right away. The
Exactly.
difference between we
that.
four.
I understand. So what I'm saying is that goes, by the way, the increase in cost.
But I think the next 5 years, you will see more cardboard in there too. It seems like that whole, right, online ordering has not like peaked yet. It's like on the move up,
Oh,
so.
we're gonna turn that around.
Good luck with that.
I mean, in 3 years, there may be like cardboard services that we could pay $100,000 for pickup, you know,
Exactly.
you just,
I
Right.
might start one.
I'm sure someone will, because it's gonna be, very lucrative.
Just go weekly. I'll bet that would be the cheapest way to get rid of a lot of cardboard.
Thank you.
I think it would be worth getting, talking to some other